kicker, Joe Lindsay, the crew chief with the ball in hand, center court. Wiley and Kamara will jump as the toss is in the air and the tap is controlled by Auburn. We are underway at Stegman Coliseum. The Tigers with the first possession of the ball game. They're in white. Again, the red out here at Stegman, and Georgia wearing the red uniforms here at home tonight. Top of the key is Purifoy for Auburn. Now they go to Dowdy. Spins off the left wing, into the lane, runs through the lane, throws it up with the right hand, bounces all over the iron, and away off the right side. The rebound is grabbed by Rayshawn Hammonds for the Dogs. So Dowdy misses his first opportunity, and the Dogs get their first chance on the offensive end of the floor. Right to left go the Dogs here in the first half from our vantage point. Here's Edwards through the lane, turned it over. Bounce pass nowhere near its intended target. Bounced it right to Wiley. Auburn with a run out. Flanagan with a lay-in on the right end of the floor.
Easy two for the Tigers as we turn it over and don't get back quickly enough. They get the easy bucket uncontested. We actually shoot a higher percentage than Auburn does, but the difference is Auburn gets so many more shots.
2-0 Tigers. Dogs on the offensive end working the ball around the top of the perimeter. They swing it left to Hammonds. He's guarded by Purifoy. Go down on the left baseline to Kamara, trying to back down Wiley. Thinks better of it, kicks it out to Hammonds. Straight away three, good with three on the shot clock. Rayshawn Hammonds with an early Scana Energy three-point basket.
And if Ray's going to do that tonight, then we're going to have a good night.
3-2, Dogs by one, 18.5 on the clock, just underway here in Athens. Some of the folks still making their way to their seats. And we got an offensive foul on Auburn. Illegal screen on the Tigers. They tried to drive down the right side of the lane, and big Austin Wiley, all 6'11", 260 pounds of him. Yeah, got that body in motion, set on the illegal screen, got whistled for the foul.
We don't bemoan any.
Kamara attacks for Georgia down the lane. Windmill left it short on the lay-in attempt from the left side of the rim. It slowly fell off to the left. Didn't have enough juice on it to get it over the iron. Auburn with a basketball. They drive inside.
Oh, there you go. Georgia playing rough inside. How about the Dogs playing physical inside? I like that.
Tumani Kamara got back on defense after missing the shot. Got set up in the lane. Took a charge from Javon McCormick. So the Auburn guard picks up a foul. Back-to-back offensive fouls by Auburn, taking them out of their possessions. 3-2 Georgia. 2 minutes into the ballgame. Harris with a quick flip to the right to Kamara between the circles. We go to the little fellow, Wheeler on the right wing, drives against McCormick. Inside, dish to Kamara, lay in good against Big Wiley. It wasn't real fluid, but we got it to go, and it counts.
And Wiley almost came up with another foul. He was hitting on Kamani's arm just as it went in.
3-ball, Auburn, left wing won't go. Offensive rebound, Wiley put back good. That's what they're so good at there, especially that man. He's the leading offensive rebounder in the SEC, Austin Wiley, with his first 2 points.
They are +7 on the boards against their opponents.
Hammonds spins by Wiley. Right. No defender at the rim, and Rayshawn misses an easy lay-in. It just rolled right over the iron, slowly fell off, and then out of bounds, and it's going to be Auburn's basketball. Wow.
Yeah, you don't miss. You don't have many better chances than that one.
Not when you spin by the big center there, and he's 3 feet back in the lane, and you've got a wide-open lay-in. We just missed it. It's 5-4 Dogs, Auburn with the basketball. Dowdy, lob to the rim. Wiley catches it on the right side and flushes it with one hand on the left side. He's got 4, and it's 6-5. Auburn regains the lead. Dogs in the corner with Hammonds, up the left wing to Edwards. Straight away to Kamara. Shot fake and a dribble drive. Kick it out to the right side to Harris. He attacks inside, stripped going up. Dogs turn it over again. Flanagan down the middle of the floor to his right. McCormick, reverse lay-in. Rims out, no good. The basket just spit it right out, and Hammonds took it away on the rebound for the Dogs.
Well, that was the make good for our missing the layup.
Yeah, they definitely should have had 2 right there, but didn't convert. Wheeler has 2 screens set out front. Back and forth, he gives it to Kamara now. From the elbow, across the lane to Harris. Drives in from the wing, takes the pass, and knocked to the floor, but he put the ball up, and it settles through the hoop good.
Somebody explain to me why he's not at the line now.
Because he's back here playing defense.
Yeah, well, he should be at the line, though.
That whistle did not blow. Flanagan attacks, bumps Edwards out of the way with the shoulder. They miss a layup attempt. Dogs rebound it, and off we go. Wheeler with the ball, middle of the floor at the foul line. Kick out for a three. Edwards misses the three. High rebound, touched up above the iron by Harris. Still couldn't get it to drop, and Auburn will get the rebound.
Jordan, you see how high Jordan was?
He was his elbows were rim high.
Oh, my goodness.
McCormick just above the foul line, leaning towards the basket, gets a 16.5-footer. Javon McCormick with his first points, 8-7, Auburn with the lead. Dogs ball, almost 5 minutes into the contest here tonight in Athens. Wheeler trots slowly to the far side of the floor. That's the right wing. Kamara sets a screen. Wheeler through a double team, and a little floater from the left edge of the lane is good with a right hand.
Found a soft spot. Found a nice soft spot wide open about 8 feet from the basket.
Nice and cushy for the little fella. Makes it 9-8 Dogs. Auburn with the ball. They drive with Dowdy off the wing. Down on the block. Harris tried to go over the top, but Dowdy swat the ball away. Got whistled for a foul instead. Foul. Eastern Conference only Reggie Perry at Mississippi State is having a better season on the backboards than is Wiley thus far. And he's been smoking hot in the last 3 games. Wiley averaging 16.5 points and 13 rebounds over the last 3 games, and that includes that loss to Missouri last Saturday. And they don't have Okoro, and he hasn't shown up here on the floor tonight. Didn't start in the ball game. As Auburn's Dowdy at the free throw line, missing his first opportunity for the Tigers. He'll get one more. He's trying to slap hands with a teammate. And Devin Cambridge left him hanging. Dowdy's second free throw attempt is good. He makes 1 out of 2.
That's not a good way to treat a teammate.
No, he wasn't paying attention. He's like, man, when I stick my hand out, you got to slap it because that makes the ball go in the hole. 9-9 is the score. Georgia and Auburn. Harris with a spin move down the lane against Cambridge. Can't get the lay-in to go. Auburn with a rebound. Here come the Tigers now, left to right. From our vantage point anyway. Tigers working across the top of the perimeter with D'Angelo Purifoy and Javon McCormick. McCormick, the 6-footer. Transfer from JUCO. Drives, right edge, throws it up off the glass. Doesn't get the proper kiss. Had a bad angle. Rebound to the Dogs. Georgia with a basketball in a 9-9 contest. 14 minutes and 10 seconds remaining here in half number 1. The clock is moving. Another full house expected on hand here at Stegman. See a few empty seats in the building, but not too many, and most of it's in red tonight. Hammonds with the ball left of the lane. Mid-range 2. Hits the side of the rim and nothing else. Rebound down to Auburn. Tigers with McCormick push it up the floor. They go to Dowdy in the left corner. His 3 is off target. Up high with 2 hands is Edwards for Georgia. He pulls down the rebound. Drops it off to his right to Wheeler. Severe attacks. Now kick out after the penetration to Hammonds in the corner. He measures the 3 and buries it from the right corner. That's a Scana Energy 3-pointer.
He had time to run a GPS off of that. He had all day to set that one up, measure it, figure out the altitude, the longitude.
We like that. And the likitude.
Yeah, we likitude it.
Puts the Dogs up by 3. 12-9. Tigers with the ball. McCormick fires it back to Dowdy. Goes by Kamara in the lane. Overhead pass. Almost threw it out of bounds in the right corner. Purifoy saved it. Up the wing. McCormick shoots a 3 as the shot clock runs out. It's too deep, and the rebound goes to Edwards at the foul line for the Dogs. Georgia right to left. Wheeler's going to pull up for a deep 3. No good. Long rebound. Saved by Hammonds for the Dogs. Gives it back to Severe. Wheeler now resets. He dribbles it out on the logo. Slow dribble. Walks to the right. McCormick goes with him, but not guarding tightly. Screen by Kamara. Wheeler goes by him. Under the basket. Kick out left corner. Harris. Airballs a 3. Kamara with a rebound to Harris. Shot clock runs out. Or rather, Edwards' jumper rattles out. No good, as the shot clock was winding down after the air ball by Harris. Auburn has the possession now. It's 12-9 Georgia. McLemore off the bench. Almost airballed a 3. Barely nicked the iron. Offensive rebound, Tigers in the far corner. Purifoy has it. Stutter steps. Now drives against Kamara. And they whistle a foul on the freshman Tumani.
Well, Ray Hammonds went for the steal out court, and when he did, his momentum carried him by. Purifoy went right for the, once he secured the basketball, went right for the rim. There was nobody big inside there. Tumani had to come over quickly and then drew the foul.
Kamara's first, the team's second. This puts Purifoy, 6'7" senior from Centerville, Alabama, at the line. 81% foul shooter, and he knocks down his first opportunity of the night. He'll get one more. Dogs sub in Mike Peak. Harris and Kamara come out. Tyree Crump in the ballgame for the first time as well. Dogs 6'1" senior guard from Bainbridge, Georgia. Purifoy, second foul shot, all net. So he hits a couple, and it's 12-11.
Somebody help him.
Dogs with a 1-point lead. Auburn brings pressure in the backcourt.
Yeah.
We've got the ball with Wheeler now.
We weren't paying close attention. Nobody was helping Ray get the ball in bounds.
Wheeler into the front court, uses a screen from Peak. Gives the ball to Hammonds. Ray dribbles and drives, floats it up and in from the right edge of the lane, and got fouled. They'll count the bucket for Hammonds and send him to the free throw line for an and-one opportunity. And the free throw will come after the timeout. Hammonds now with 8 points in the half, looking for number 9 when we continue.
That would be miraculous.
That would be, because that's certainly not our pedigree this year. Hammond's foul shot won't go with the left hand. He missed the and-one opportunity. Ray's free throw shooting has fallen off a little bit this year, down at 64% for the season now. The lead is 3 for Georgia, 14-11. Feed the post, Big Wiley's got it. Boy, he just manhandles Peak. Jump hook, won't go, rattled out. He gave Peak, it looked like a shot to the chops almost.
You know what? Michael took it pretty well, though, didn't he?
He did. Held his ground as best he could.
Yeah.
And he's given up a lot of size there with Wiley. Dogs with the ball. Edwards curls around, right edge of lane, under the basket, scooped it up and in somehow. Under the basket, deep under the backboard for his first points of the night. 16-11, Georgia. Anthony on the board now. Edwards, leading scorer for the Dogs, 19 a game. Had only 6 in the loss to Texas A&M on Saturday. As Dowdy drives inside for Auburn, they get a foul on Hammonds. Ray with his first, the team's third. Not going to be a shooting situation, as Auburn will inbound the basketball. We'll sub in Donnell Gresham, and Severe Wheeler comes out. Purifoy waiting for the basketball and ready to inbound. Flanagan's on the right block, Big Wiley on the left. Now they switch around in the lane, bounce it into Flanagan on the block, and another foul on Georgia.
Well, that was a mistake defensively. It allowed them to get a pass inbounds right underneath the basket. I mean, we had no choice but to foul.
Well, they accomplished their mission there, as one guy was on the left block and one guy was on the right block, and then they switched and started moving around in the lane. And our defensive switch was trying to take place at the same time, and Edwards got caught and committed the foul. And that puts Auburn's Alan Flanagan, son of the assistant coach, Wes Flanagan, on the bench to our left at the free throw line.
I got to tell you, I love his free throw. Look at it, the way this gentleman shoots free throws. He puts plenty of air under it.
Left-hander misses that one.
Good.
I'll keep
talking about him.
What would you guess his percentage is this season?
80?
44.
Oh, wow.
He made 1 out of 2 that time. 16-12. Edwards, step back three. Good! All net for Anthony Edwards.
Well, we've missed that.
19-12. Dogs by 7. 10:39 on the clock here in half number 1. Auburn doesn't have Isaac Okoro, the talented freshman tonight. Hamstring injury has left him on the bench. Step back three, Dowdy straight away. Too deep off the back rim. Rebound, tapped around, controlled by Auburn. Flanagan attacks, puts it up with the left hand. Off the iron again, no good. Rebound, Gresham for Georgia. Outlet to Edwards, far sideline, into the front court. Pulls up for a three. No, off the rim. Almost dropped in there. Big Wiley gets the rebound and clears for the Tigers.
Well, he had a great look, didn't he?
He did indeed. Here's Dowdy going by Edwards. Left it off the left side of the iron. Rebound down to Crump. Dowdy misses another layup. That might be interesting later on. Edwards will slowly walk it into the front court. He'll drop it off to Gresham to his left on a bounce pass. Dogs by 7, 19-12. We've got the ball. We're in red. Auburn's in white. Right now, Auburn's seeing red after missing those layups. Ball knocked loose from Georgia. Hammonds can't get to it. Auburn steals it. Then we take it away at half court. Lob it down to Hammonds underneath. Lay it.
Well, that's where a turnover ended up in 2 easy points for us. We turned it over and got 2 easy points because we got the immediate return over.
They tried for a quick fix, and we batted the pass down at midcourt and went the other way with it. And
you see Anthony Edwards do that so often with his leaping ability.
21-12, Dogs by 9. Auburn with the ball. Big Wiley in deep. Repositions his feet as he leans back from under the backboard and scores using the glass. Wiley's got 6. It's 21-14. Dogs with a 7-point lead and the ball. Under 9 minutes to go here. Half number 1. Edwards dribbles on the right side. Back and forth behind the screen from Peak. Distributes into the right corner. Hammonds goes in the air. He's stripped. They just take it right out of Ray's hands when he gets around the basket. Purifoy ripped it away from him. Tigers with the ball. Dowdy walks on the left wing. Feeds it into Wiley.
Oh, he
leans and rolls. And
yeah, there's the call.
Traveling is the call.
Yeah, what he did was he backed into Peak to try to move him, and when he did, he just forgot to dribble. He shuffled his feet, backing into him.
Tigers with the turnover. They're 4th. They substitute. They get McLemore back in the ball game. We substitute, get Ty Fagan in. Kamara's back in. Rodney Howard, a fresh body in the ball game. Crump and Gresham stay on the floor. Dogs by 7 with the ball. Crump to Fagan to his left. The sophomore from Logtown slides to his right to Crump. Attacks right edge of the lane. Threw it to Howard. Went sailing over his hands.
I got to tell you something. If that had been right on the money, that was too hard a pass for a big man at that close a range.
The pass was only about 7 feet distance from Crump, who was on the right edge of the lane, and Howard was entering the left edge of the lane.
It had that Nolan Ryan speed to it.
Ended up going out of bounds. The Dogs turned it over for the 5th time. Auburn with the possession, down 7. Flanagan through the lane, puts it up with the left hand, no good, off the rim, rebound, tapped up, controlled by Howard.
3-on-1.
To Kamara. Will feed it to Flanagan, drop it, or rather to Fagan, and he drops it off underneath as he was way under the basket. And was it Kamara that they fouled?
It was. It was a great 3-on-1. They worked it well.
A lot of bodies down there. They foul Kamara, and we get into a timeout.
Scott, I got to give a little tip of the hat here to the Bulldog Nation. You know, about 10 minutes before the start of this game, I was telling you, Tamani misses that first free throw. I was telling you, that I was concerned about crowd tonight because there weren't many people here. But they may have been late arriving, but they're here. They've packed Stegman once again.
Kamara's second free throw is all net. It's 1 out of 2. And the freshman from Belgium, 56% on the year at the free throw line, and he gives Georgia a 22-14 lead. Straight away, McLemore off the curl, bricks it to the left on the 3 ball. They saved it at the half-court line. Auburn gets another crack at it. That was a long rebound. McCormick going to dribble it back on the logo now, walk it to his left, works against Fagan. Pulls up inside the arc, mid-range 2, sends it home. McCormick with his second field goal of the ball game, 22-16 Dogs. 7:20 to go in the half. Donnell Gresham with the basketball, left wing for Georgia. Works one-on-one with Alan Flanagan, the 6'5 freshman for Auburn. Fagan's got it now, top of the key, picks up the dribble, finds Crump to his right. Crump on the wing, jab step, crossover, attacks under the basket, throws it out on the wing to Fagan. 4 to shoot, overhead cross court. Gresham, catch and shoot 3, missed it off the back rim as the shot clock ran out. Rebound to the Tigers. Auburn left to right, into the front court. McLemore all day to shoot the 3, still missed it. Off the rim. Offensive rebound, saved over the baseline by Auburn. McCormick's got it, drives inside the foul line. Little floater is up and in good. Around the rim, it fell through. McCormick's got 6, 22-18. They are a machine on the offensive boards. 22-18, a 9-point lead for Georgia, down to just 4 now. 6:23 to go in the first half. 15 on the possession clock. Howard lobs a pass deep to Kamara. It's too deep, and it goes out of bounds. Tumani couldn't get to it in time. Just kind of a lazy lob pass that sailed away from Kamara, and the Dogs turned it over for the 6th time in the half. We'll get Hammonds back in.
Yeah, Tom Crean going to come back with Wheeler and Hammonds and Anthony Edwards.
So Wheeler and Fagan, Edwards, Kamara, and Hammonds are 5 on the floor. Up 4, 22-18, but not anymore. A 3 ball by McCormick as he falls down, tries to draw attention, no whistle there, but the three is good. He's got 9. It's a 1-point game now, 22-21. 7-1 run now for Auburn. Less than 6 minutes to go in the half. Wheeler dribbles in the center circle just inside the half-court line. 10 on the shot clock for the Dogs. We haven't really started the possession yet. Kick it into the corner. Fagan's wide open. The three ball. Short side iron. Got his own rebound as he follows. Misses a mid-range two. Kumani.
Oh, my goodness.
Tumani Kamara's putback is no good as well. And Auburn rebounds. And they run it out with McCormick. His reverse lay-in is no good. Offensive rebound, Auburn. They get another crack at it. McCormick out front, guarded by Wheeler. McLemore setting a screen. McCormick uses it to his advantage, drives to the elbow, pull up 15-footer good, and then tells Wheeler he's too short to guard it. And Auburn has taken the lead, 23-22. Dogs were up 9, 21-12. Now Auburn's on an 11-1 run, and they lead it by 1. Hammonds dribbles into the block, double team there, outlet to Kamara, long three, won't go. He's 0 for 14 on 3 balls in the SEC. Rebound is loose in the corner. What's the call? They wrestle for it. Auburn's going to have it. Hammonds helped up off the floor. I think it was McLemore perhaps that was wrestling for the rebound, but touched out of bounds right in front of Joe Lindsay, the official, on the baseline. And the Dogs will walk back to the right end of the floor, play defense. And Auburn now with a 1-point lead will inbound the basketball.
And now Kamara back in. Coach Crean looking to try to get his starting 5 to finish out this first half, see if we can't get out of here with a lead.
Dogs in a zone. Auburn with the ball. McCormick, head fake, goes to Purifoy on the right wing. Overhead pass back straight away between the circles to McCormick. The 6-foot senior transfer guard from Katy, Texas, uses McLemore as a screen, then feeds McLemore. He drives, scoop shot, up and in. Whistle, foul.
Yeah, it's an offensive foul.
Yep. No basket. McLemore called for the charge. We had to wait for the dramatic call from Ted Valentine. And then we finally got it. 23-22, Tigers by 1. We inbound to Edwards. They guard him tightly in the corner with Big Flanagan. Give it to Wheeler now. He jogs it into the front court down the middle of the floor. Give it to Wheeler. Hand off to Harris. Jordan back in the ball game. Over to Hammonds, right wing. Swings the ball around. Screen and roll to Kamara. Don't get him the ball. Keep it out on the perimeter with 10 to shoot. Edwards fires a three. Good! Edwards over Flanagan. Launches the three and knocks it home.
Not much you can do about that. As a defender, you just got to tip your hat. That's a great shot.
25-23, back in the lead. The Dogs by 2. 3:39 rather, to play here in half number 1. Auburn with the basketball. McCormick fires to Flanagan on the wing. To Purifoy, back over to McCormick. Head fake and a drive. Pull up 2 left of the lane. Back iron on the shot. No good. Rebound Edwards. Edwards dribbles with the left hand. Keeps the ball away from McCormick. Gives it to Wheeler. He speeds into the front court. Back to Anthony. Head fake. Ant-Man moves to his left. Over to Wheeler. He'll launch the three. Short side iron. Rebound. No red shirts there. All white. And Flanagan pulls it down into the front court. Gets away from Wheeler. Floater with the left hand. Rattles and rolls off the iron. No good. Rebound Edwards. The Dogs push it back quickly. Right to left. Kick out to Harris. He dropped the pass. Give it up to Edwards on the wing. Anthony now with his back to the defender. He's going to drive across. Slam on the brakes, change directions on the baseline. Had the ball knocked out of his hands. Cross court to Harris. He whips it left to Wheeler for a three. He settles in there good for 3.
How about these Dogs? They had the lead. They lost the lead. Now they're back up by 5.
28-23. Dogs +5 as Chuck points out with 2:28 to go. Half number 1. Auburn with a 3. Terrible looking shot by Jamal Johnson. A brick. Dogs rebound. Wheeler's got it. He attacks. Lay in good. Their defender just vanished. Just got out of the way. And the little fella went to the rack and laid it up and in.
How about Bruce Pearl wants to talk this over? He thought to the basket. And then secondly, the rebounding that we're doing. We're out rebounding Auburn. And Auburn has been +7 against opponents throughout the season.
Tigers have the basketball. Dowdy on the wing to McCormick straight away. They go to Cambridge on the right wing. Terrible looking three. Rebound Auburn. They stepped on the end line with the ball in their hands. That was Purifoy. And the ball will go over to Georgia. Boy, that was a hideous looking three ball.
They've had a couple of really hideous looking shots. But these guys, listen, they're not great shooters. Their percentage is not, it's worse than ours this year.
Edwards drives a little fancy dribbling up top, gives it to Wheeler, penetrate, kick out to Monty Kamara, wide open, misses the three, rebound touched by Hammonds, and then on the run out, a foul on Rayshawn, says Joe Lindsay. That'll be 2 on Hammonds here in the half, the 5th team foul with $1:39 to go in the first 20-minute period. Auburn will go back in the backcourt and inbound on the near sideline. Devin Cambridge, 6'6", freshman from Nashville, Tennessee. He prepped in Arizona into the ball game for Auburn. They work it around the perimeter. We got Big Wiley down on the block. All the other 4 out above the three-point line for Auburn. Dowdy spins on the left baseline.
That's another terrible
shot. Top
shot.
of the backboard. Oh, wow. Dogs take it away, run it out. Oh, Wheeler got clobbered on the other end. Edwards gave him the ball on the run, and the little fella got drilled trying to come in and pull up on the left side. He's going to go to the line after he clears the cobwebs out of his head.
And I promise you, nobody enjoyed that, seeing that more than our other second favorite little fellow of all time, J.J. Frazier, who's in the house tonight, got introduced to a standing ovation a while ago. J.J. entertained us so many nights in here with drives like that and those long threes.
He was terrific. Wheeler free throw is good. That makes it 31-23. Dogs have scored 9 straight now after an 11-1 run by Auburn. That's the way to answer. That free throw rattles out for Sevier. 31-23, minute 12 to go in the first half. Wheeler guards McCormick tightly as he brings the ball up into the front court. They go to Purifoy, high left wing. McCormick flashes out between the circles, takes the pass, back to Purifoy, left wing three, short, side iron, no good. Rebound long, chased down by Wheeler for the Dogs. Scoops it back to Edwards, here comes the three. That's off the right side of the iron. Rebound to the Tigers. Half-court pass to Dowdy, trots into the front court, runs through the lane, tries to score from the right side, too high off the glass. Wiley got the rebound, ducks under the rim, puts it up from the right side and scores off the window. He's got 8. We hadn't heard from him in a while. Kind of like it that way when we don't hear from him.
It's not bad when we go long periods without hearing from Austin Wiley.
31-25. Georgia by 6 with the ball. Wheeler attacks, reach around, not called. They knock the ball loose from Wheeler. McCormick's got it for Auburn. Goes to the rim, blocked out of bounds by Tumani Kamara with an emphatic slap on the ball under the basket, out of bounds. 17 seconds remain in the half. The shot clock is off. Auburn's possession. They trail 31-25. Georgia assistant Joe Scott furiously trying to give directions to the Georgia defense in this final 17 seconds from the Georgia bench. McCormick's got it. Edwards is on him tight out near half court. McCormick trots to the left. Wiley with a big screen. McCormick through the lane, throws it up to Wiley, out of his reach and out of bounds with 8/10 of a second left, and Georgia's going to use the time. The use it or lose it time for the Dogs. 8/10 of a second. They tried to run a little lob from the right side of the floor.
Well, they ran the lob.
They tried to do it. Going to guard the inbounds, and you got to give him space, says Joe Lindsay. Hammonds whips it with the left hand to Edwards, off his hands, picked up by Dowdy, who hit a deep three but wave it off. It just bounced right off Anthony. The first half, scoring 9 of the final 11 points in that half. A 9-2 surge to take a 6-point lead. Dogs with the ball. Wheeler's got it in his hands in the front court. Dowdy guarding tightly. Sevier Wheeler, bounce pass to Edwards. Top of the key, drives right edge of the lane, into the paint, wrap around to Kamara. Pass tipped, no, off the hands of Tumani and out of bounds, says Ted Valentine. I thought Auburn got a hand on it, but
I did too.
It was off the hands of Kamara.
I got to tell you what, that was a nice pass by Anthony Edwards.
Dogs turn it over, first possession of the second half. Lead is 6. Big lead of the game has been 9 for Georgia. Auburn's only lead has been 2. Well, I take that back. They had a 1-point lead also after an 11-1 run. Auburn with the ball. Dowdy, left-hand dribble, fakes the jumper at the free throw line. Almost came off the floor and almost traveled. Frantically finds a teammate in the left corner. Purifoy misses an open three off the rim. Rebound to the Dogs. Auburn's three-point shooting dreadful tonight. 1 for 12 in the game.
Let's keep it that way.
Yeah, indeed. Wheeler works his magic down the lane and shoots with a little fadeaway two on the left low block.
They're too tall to guard him.
He's in double figures with 10. The little fella makes it a 33-25 contest. Georgia by 8. Auburn with the ball. Flanagan looks uncertain what to do with it on the wing. Side cross court right through Flanagan's hands and into the scorer's table, out of bounds. Tigers lost focus there, turned it over.
That looked like one of Coach Malzahn's tight ends.
I keep waiting on Bruce Pearl to blow a gasket down there, but he's been pretty calm tonight. Dogs with the ball and an 8-point lead. Wheeler with a left-hand dribble behind the back. Step back two. Won't take it. Gives it up to Edwards in the corner. He'll move left and fire a three. Short side iron. No good. Edwards misses the three. Dowdy has the rebounds for Auburn.
You know, there are a lot of scouts here tonight.
I would imagine, as Dowdy takes it all the way, works his way close to the basket and scores on a layup.
Well, you know, obviously looking at Anthony, but one of the things any NBA scout would love, even though that shot wasn't good a while ago, is that he can create his own shot at almost any spot on the floor.
Now that basket by Dowdy, their leading scorer, averaging 16 a game this season, his first field goal of the night. He's got 3 points. It's 33-27 Dogs. Georgia with the ball. Harris with a shot fake and a drive out of the right corner. Misses the lay-in. Rebound tapped by Kamara, but over the iron. Right over to Purifoy for Auburn. Here come the Tigers now. Dowdy feeds it into Wiley. We strip it and knock it out of his hands under the basket. It'll be Auburn's basketball. 33-27. Georgia by 6. 17 minutes and 30 seconds to play. Joe Lindsay back on this end talking to Tom Crane, right at the end of the coach's box right in front of us. He talked to Pearl, too, before coming down to talk to our coach. Auburn basketball. Flanagan on the right side, lobs it into Wiley. We tried to steal it with Kamara. Flanagan
Auburn
got it back. Shoots, misses, rebound, deflection off the Tigers. Kamara almost intercepted the entry pass to begin with, but he couldn't find the handle on it. It went bouncing right back to Flanagan, and they lose it out of bounds. Dogs ball, 6-point lead. Edwards will walk it into the front court. Now picks up the pace, dribbles it into the corner, gives it to Harris. Three, strips it. Jordan Harris with a smile on his face just ripped a scan of three from the left corner to make it 36-27.
Jordan been having a tough time finding the bottom of the net tonight, but he found it well that time.
He did indeed. Auburn trying to go to Wiley. Passes a little high, deflects off his hands, off a Georgia player, and goes screaming out of bounds over the left baseline. It'll be Tigers basketball, 15 on the shot clock. Dogs are doing a nice job here in this ball game, denying Wiley the basketball, though he does have 8 points.
A lot of those, though, were off of rebounds and putbacks.
But the entry from the wing, it's tough going for the big man tonight. We've got 3 or 4 guys surrounding him. They get it into McCormick. He drives, misses a lay-in. Wiley had the rebound. We took it away. Harris to Wheeler. Diagonal near side to Edwards. Mishandles the dribble and gives it right back to Auburn. Cambridge picked up the bouncing ball. Feeds it back to Dowdy. He works on the right wing above the arc. Now backs up near the sideline. Screen Wiley. Drives to the left. Dowdy down the lane. Layup off the glass. May have been blocked by Georgia. Harris may have gotten a piece of that. It came bouncing hard off the backboard. Wheeler's got it. Driving right for Georgia, misses a lay-in. Kamara wrestling for the loose ball, saves the rebound to Harris for 3. He missed it straight away. Hammonds flies in for the
They're
dunk,
gonna get Hammonds.
and they get a foul on Rayshawn.
Well, you can't fault Ray there. It was just great effort.
Well, he came flying in from the foul line, got high in the air, and just rode the back of Austin Wiley right to the floor and picked up his 3rd foul, unfortunately. My goodness. If Hammonds makes that play cleanly, the lid blows off this place.
No question.
That would have been a highlight play.
It looked like he had been dropped from the ceiling, didn't it?
36-27, Georgia by 9, matching the big lead of the game for the Dogs. Peak in the ball game for Kamara. Tom Crean going to roll the dice a little bit longer with Hammonds on the floor with 3 fouls and 16:07 remaining. Although the scoreboard says they only has 2 fouls. Did they whistle it on somebody else?
Well, maybe they did.
Or did they not call a foul and the ball just went out of bounds? Auburn's got the ball nonetheless. Dowdy, baseline pass to McCormick, going right to left, curls around on the left wing, fires a 3, almost wedges between the backboard and the rim, falls slowly off the glass and is touched out of bounds
by Auburn. It's Georgia's ball,
and that will get us into the timeout.
Yes, indeed.
Yep. Wheeler will inbound. Dogs will have to bring it up the length of the floor. Dowdy trying to deny the entry pass, gets it into Hammonds, right back to Sevier. And the little fella into the front court. Dribbles on the logo. Through the legs, crossover, switches to the right wing. Still dribbling Wheeler. Dowdy on him. Now Wheeler drives to the foul line, to the elbow, to the baseline. A pass to Edwards. Loses his balance, had the ball in his hands, came down out of the air on the baseline, out of bounds, Georgia. Dogs' 10th turnover of the ballgame.
Well, Auburn's seen a lot of tape. They knew exactly when Sevier got in there what he was looking for, and they were ready for it.
Tigers with the basketball. They have Jalen Williams in the contest, 6'7" freshman from the state of Georgia. He's trying to post up Wheeler down there. Now we switch and we get Hammonds on him. That's good, but Dowdy didn't see him. Dowdy drives, gets to a double team, 7 to shoot. McLemore, floater with the left hand from the elbow, won't go. Rebound Dogs. Wheeler to Edwards, back to Sevier. He puts it in turbo and drives. Running layup attempt, too hard off the glass, no good, but a foul on the Tigers. We got that one on Anthony McLemore, the 6'7" senior forward from Warwick, Georgia. That'll put Sevier on the free throw line for the Dogs.
Among the fun things to watch with this Georgia basketball team are Sevier, Wheeler, and Anthony Edwards working together in tandem. And that was a great example. Sevier got it to Anthony, who got it back to Sevier, who went straight to the glass, drew the foul.
Free throw by the young left-hander is good. Wheeler will get a second opportunity. Dogs have a 10-point lead, first double-digit lead of the ball game on either side. Misses the second free throw. Rebound tapped out of bounds by Auburn. The new guy, Williams, just into the ball game. Unable to get 2 hands on it. Swatted it out of bounds with 1 hand.
Well, Ray Hammonds caused that. He jumped in the lane and disrupted Williams, who thought he had the rebound all locked up. Ended up tapping it out.
Dogs inbounded. Edwards works now. He drives down the lane. Misses the reaching lay-in from the left side of the rim. Just missed it off the glass. And Auburn has the basketball. Right corner 3 for the Tigers. Won't go by Cambridge. Rebound to Donnell Gresham for the Dogs. He gives it to Wheeler into the front court. Left corner Edwards along the baseline. Shot blocked on a reverse lay-in attempt. Here goes Auburn. They've got numbers. Dowdy by the defender. Euro step and a lay-in good. Mike Peake kind of just backed away out of there not to cause too much disruption as Auburn had numbers, and they get fast break points. Samir Dowdy, with his second field goal of the game. He's got 5 points. 37-29, Georgia. Dogs with an 8-point lead in the ball. Dowdy staying right with Wheeler, who dribbles the basketball. One-handed pass tipped by Williams and stolen away by Auburn. McCormick to the rim. Oh, a nasty 2-handed dunk by Devin Cambridge.
And now look at this. Teddy Valentine going to have a little talk with him.
Valentine wants to talk to Cambridge, who I don't know if he was taunting or running his mouth or what he was doing, but Valentine squelching that in a hurry, one of the 3 officials tonight. Well, that 2-point dunk makes it a 37-31 contest. And Auburn has scored 4 in a row. Georgia back into the front court with Gresham. He spins away from the defender and hands it off to Wheeler in one fell swoop. Severe over to Peak. Mike puts it on the floor with the left hand. Drive, shoots it high over the iron. They foul and knock him to the floor. Peak will end up at the free throw line after he gets up off his back. The foul on the big man, Austin Wiley, for Auburn. That's number 2 on Wiley, the 6'11", 260-pound senior from Hoover, Alabama. Peak to the line for the Dogs, 6'8" freshman from Chicago, 6 of 8 this season from the free throw line. The right-hander drains it good, his first point of the night. Puts Georgia up 38-31. 13:26 remaining in the contest. Dogs back at home in front of a packed house here at Stegman tonight, trying to end a 4-game losing streak. Peak drains a pair of free throws for the Dogs. And the lead is 39-31 Georgia. They're also trying to deny Auburn a chance to win 3 straight in Athens. They haven't done that since the 78, 79, and 80 seasons. We don't want that to happen. 39-31, Dogs in front, Auburn with the ball. Dowdy pulls it away on his right hip. Gives it to Cambridge, who gently hands it right back to Dowdy with 13 on the shot clock. Left wing, he dribbles across the top of the key. Feeds it to the post. Wiley inside, shoots. No good. He's fouled on the play, however. And the foul is on Hammonds, and that's 4 on Ray. And that's the risk of leaving him on the floor with 3 fouls because he picked up his 4th with 13:04 to go. Ray slowly walking back towards the bench. Tumani Kamara up and ready to enter the ball game after the foul shot by Wiley. The big man knocks it down for Auburn. He's got 9 points. His first trip to the foul line tonight, which is a bit surprising. 150 free throws for Austin Wiley this season. That's among the most in the SEC. He's got a teammate who has more. He missed the second foul shot. Rebound. A couple of guys go up for it. There's a whistle and a foul on Donnell Gresham. A hold on Georgia on the rebound. That's his first, team's third. It's going to give Auburn another possession. 13:02 to go in the game. 39-32 Dogs by 7. McLemore feeds it into Cambridge in the corner. They get it out on the wing. And now up between the circles. McCormick holds, fires to his left. Cambridge back to McCormick, the guard. Will walk slowly to the left behind a screen from Wiley. Shoots a 3, strips it good straight away. 14 in the game for the tattooed McCormick. 39-35. Gresham has the ball for Georgia in front court. Dogs lead is 4. It was 10 just a few ticks ago. Pass to the wing is deflected out of bounds by Auburn into the courtside seats. Dowdy got a hand on it. Dogs will inbound the ball again. 12 on the shot clock. Edwards to throw it in to Gresham. McCormick's right up his back. Give it back to Edwards. 8 to shoot, 7 to shoot. Edwards into the corner. Gresham lets go a 3. Air ball. Caught on the other side, on the weak side by Cambridge. Auburn runs it up quickly, right to left into the front court. They work in front of their bench now. 12:05, 12:04 to go in the ball game. 39-35. Dogs lead by 4 points.
Dogs have hit a little slump here since Ray picked up that foul.
Dowdy works against Kamara, drives in the lane. Hook pass over to Wiley, too high, intercepted by Gresham. Up ahead to Edwards, two-handed dunk, it got behind the defense. There's your Swifty Car Wash express play of the game. Gresham to Edwards, and the two-handed finish for the freshman.
Oh, we needed that.
Double digits for Edwards now, 41-35. 3 ball. Auburn won't go from the wing. Rebound high with 2 hands. Mike Peak for Georgia. Dogs by 6, 41-35, 11-20, 11-19 remaining. Student section standing, some of them anyway, making noise. Edwards with the ball, through traffic, lost the handle. Ball knocked out of bounds by Edwards with his foot as he tried to chase it on the far sideline. Anthony tried to split the double team, and when he did, they whacked the ball out of his hands, and it went bouncing and rolling. Edwards tried to catch it, but to no avail. We turned it over. Auburn will have the possession after the timeout.
Bring to you.
Yeah. And they disappear magically.
That's because Adam's sitting there.
Watching The Bachelor. Auburn with a basketball, and the Dogs have a 6-point lead, 41-35. We've got 11 minutes to go in the ball game, now less than that. Tigers possession there in white, the Dogs in red at home tonight. McCormick finds a spot on the floor, launches a three, and drains it straight away. We have to stop that. That's his third. He's got 17. He's got 3 threes tonight, 2 in this half. 41-38. Our lead shrinks a little bit more. 3-point cushion, but not much of one. Edwards tries to do something about it. Right down the chute. Lay in good. Anthony Edwards just weaved right by the defense and laid it in off the window.
That was a nice move, aggressive move by Anthony. We haven't seen that last few weeks. That's a good sign that he's healthy again.
10-18 to go in the ball game. Now less than that. The Dogs lead is 5, 43-38. McCormick inside the foul line. Lets it go with the teardrop right-hander right down through the net. Good.
Well, we need to guard him, I think. Don't you?
Yeah, he's doing all the work, all the heavy lifting for Auburn. We've got an eyeball on big number 50 out there, but number 5 is squeezing through the wickets and putting some points on the board for the Tigers. 43-40, Dogs by 3. We've got the possession. Kamara attacks from the wing, down the lane. Lay-in attempt. It's blocked away, and he's fouled on the same play. And the foul on McLemore will put Kamara on the free throw line for the Bulldogs. Anthony McLemore with his third and the team's third. And Tumani to the line, the 6'8", 220-pound freshman from Belgium. 56% from the stripe this season. He's 1 for 2 tonight. Now he's 2 for 3 as he knocks down his first free throw. Just the one field goal for Kamara tonight. On a tough night shooting for the freshman. He's 1 for 5 from the field.
We're getting Anthony, give him a little bit of a break. Jordan Harris back in the game. Let Anthony kind of catch his breath and then get him back in there.
Second free throw, good. Kamara, nice job by the freshman. He hits a pair, 45-40. Georgia by 5, 9:40 to go in the ball game. Auburn ball. McCormick works against Wheeler. Above the arc, left side to Dowdy. In front of the Tigers bench. Dribbles slowly with a right hand. Flips it back to McCormick. 14 to shoot. McCormick trying to use a screen from Wiley to get Wheeler off his back. He does. Sets his feet. Fires a 3 with 8 seconds. Won't go. Rebound. Ripped down by Peak. Up ahead to Wheeler. They bump him over to Crump in the corner. Good! Tyree for 3. A Scana Energy 3 that gets the crowd on its feet. 47-40. Auburn attacks quickly.
That was a 2.
They call it a 2. 47-40. Thought it was a 3 in the corner. Auburn turns it over under the basket. Harris comes up with a takeaway. Dogs have the ball and a 7-point lead. Wheeler dribbles in and then backs up. Dowdy's guarding. Fires to the wing. Left side to Harris. Shot fake. Jab step. Still dribbles, spins right of the lane, lost the handle, 6 to shoot, gives it back to Wheeler. Severe, changes direction, spin move, scoop, high off the glass, over the rim, won't go, rebound down to Auburn.
We got out of sync there trying to, that time we were in a hurry, not quick.
Dowdy through the defense, throws it up over the rim, caught by Wiley, misses the putback, slides to the right, tries to score from there. We knock it out of the big man's hands. He brought a ball down, and we swiped it out of bounds. Tigers will have the ball with 19 on the possession clock.
Boy, you don't want to do that when you're already 6'11", but he did it. Gave us a chance, and we took advantage.
Tigers inbound under their own basket. Shot clock starts to tick. McCormick, high right wing. Slowly dribbling, wiping the sweat from his face with his shirt. He's got 7 seconds on the clock. He curls left side, runner high off the glass. Settles through good after it touched the rim 2 or 3 times. McCormick just created his own shot there and drove and scored. He's got 21. McCormick matching his effort in their loss to Missouri on Saturday. He had 21 then. In that loss that ended a 7-game winning streak for the Tigers. The ball knocked away from Georgia in the front court, goes bounding across the timeline and into the backcourt out of bounds, but it's the Dogs' ball as Auburn swatted it into the backcourt. Dogs lead is 5 with 7:43. And he will inbound the ball in the backcourt to Severe Wheeler with 12 on the shot clock, now less than that. Wheeler bounce pass to Edwards, almost out of his reach. Anthony reaches, drives, kick out. Wheeler, 3-ball, right corner, off the rim, no good. High rebound, ripped down there by Hammonds. He attacks and scores.
Beautiful.
Hammond, just no regard for having 4 fouls, ripped that rebound down and went right back and laid it up and in. First points of the second half.
Big bucket for the Dogs.
He's got a dozen now. Lead is 7 for Georgia, 49-42. Auburn attacks inside. McCormick stripped of the ball, picked up Harris. Long lead pass to Wheeler. Layup good. One-on-one with Jalen Williams, and the little fella won the battle. Auburn attacks quickly. A block foul on the other end by Kamara. McCormick ran right through him. They call the block. And not the charge, the block on Kamara. That's the second on Tumani.
Wow. Boy, Joe Scott, Tom Crean, nobody on the Bulldog bench. They just showed the replay. I guess Ted Valentine didn't want to look at that.
You may have heard the reaction from the 10,000 plus in the building, and McCormick promptly misses the free throw. McCormick just 59% at the line. He does everything so well except shoot free throws, and he's at the line a bunch. Not necessarily tonight, but this season, well over 100 foul shots for the junior college transfer from Katy, Texas. Free throw good. He hit the back end of it. 1 out of 2. He's got 22 points. It's 51-43 Dogs. Georgia finds Harris open on the wing. Windmill lay-in, won't go. Rebound tapped up by Kamara. Controlled, however, by Allen Flanagan for the Tigers. Harris steals it on the other end. We go back to the right end of the floor. Jordan stumbles as he goes through the lane, trying to dish to his right.
Tripping on him.
And they call Auburn for the foul.
Auburn tripped him.
Foul on McLemore, his 4th. Harris is going to get free throw. Nope, Joe Lindsay's saying baseline, inbound the ball.
He'd be tough to say he was shooting that because he was.
McLemore shaken up a little bit. Apparently he hurt his tripping foot. Anthony McLemore going to walk stiff-legged back down to the Auburn bench. Not sure if he's got a cramp going on or what. Georgia will inbound on the baseline. In the meantime, did that hit the backboard on the entry pass by Wheeler? It sounded like it hit something.
It was up there high enough.
When he tried to lob it in high to Hammonds, it may have nicked the basket of some regard. Dogs with the ball. Edwards flies from the wing. Reverse lay-in in the air. He swooped under the net. Tried to lay it in from the right side. Missed the lay-in but got fouled. He's going to the free throw line for the first time tonight. Stops the clock with 6:31 to go. Dogs by 8, 51-43.
See Michael Peak getting ready to go in. Maybe we're going to get Ray out for a couple of minutes here, just in case.
Anthony at the line, 76% for the freshman from Atlanta.
And that's exactly what Ray's coming out. You don't know. I mean, listen, Auburn, 4 of their last 5 wins, I've pointed out. In fact, 4 of their last 6 games have been overtime or double overtime. So, you got to be prepared.
Edwards hits the front end of the foul free throws and misses the second. Rebound to Auburn. Anthony goes 1 for 2 at the line in his first attempt there. Dogs with a 9-point lead. Ball is loose on the baseline. Harris trying to wrestle Dowdy for the ball, and it's touched out by Jordan Harris. It'll be Auburn's possession. Auburn quick inbound to Flanagan. Flanagan stumbling a little bit, trying to maintain the dribble. Gets it to McCormick. Crossover. He slips and slides a little bit around Edwards. McCormick, scoop layup. Won't go. Paint up on the backboard and right down to Kamara. Dogs have the ball. Harris from the wing, straight away to Wheeler. They leave him open. Long 3. No, he missed it terribly. He was wide left on the 3-point shot, and the rebound is touched out by Wiley.
Big break for Georgia.
Wiley and Kamara were trying to get the rebound on the wide miss by Wheeler, and the big man for Auburn touched it out over the inline. Dogs have the possession, 21 on the shot clock, 6 minutes to go in the ball game. Georgia 52 and Auburn 43. Edwards going to slow it down a little bit in the half court now. He's got the ball, dribbles through the legs, behind the back, into the corner. Peak, steps behind the line, 3-ball, rainbow, and air ball. Caught on the weak side by Wiley. Auburn up the floor to Flanagan, drives inside, may have been blocked by Kamara. Dogs take it away and go the other way. Tom Crean says slow it down a little bit. Wheeler walks it into the front court. Georgia's head coach flashing in the signals. Wheeler fouled on the far sideline. No, that is Edwards, excuse me. Edwards pushed, hugging the sideline in front court.
I want you to explain to me how you got Anthony Edwards confused with Severe Wheeler. There's about a 1.5 foot difference in those two.
Must be the fives. One's a 5 and one's a 15.
That's got to be it.
Or it could just be a flat-out mistake. Georgia inbounds the basketball with a 52-43 lead. Severe has the dribble, works against McCormick. Through the legs, now picks up the dribble to Harris, who was breaking towards the basket. Auburn strips the pass away, steals the basketball. They run the floor, try a fast break. Georgia whistled for a foul on the left end of the court. Foul going to be on the little fella, Wheeler. Dogs with another turnover. That's 14. In this 4-game losing skid, Georgia has given up 91 points on 73 turnovers. That's not counting tonight.
Wow.
And scored only 45 points on the opposition's 44 turnovers. Quite a discrepancy. Wiley, spin move on the block. That was an NBA move right there.
No doubt about it. That'll
power dribble and banked it in right off the glass.
That'll light up some legal pads around this arena, being held by NBA scouts.
52-45, Dogs with a 7-point lead. 4:45 to go. Stay aggressive. Hammonds has it in the block. Back out front to Harris. Straight line 3, won't go. Rebound controlled by the Tigers. Jalen Williams gets another one. He's had a handful of rebounds off the bench tonight. Dowdy has trouble with the dribble as he drives right edge of the lane. He shoots, and a foul on Georgia. That's on Kamara. That's his third. Free throws coming for Samir Dowdy, the 6'4" transfer from Virginia Commonwealth in Richmond. He's a senior from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and he's had an outstanding season for the 13th ranked Tigers this year. Free throw with a right hand, good. Although he's struggled to find the bottom of the basket tonight. Averages 16 a game, first on the team. He's got 6 right now. And that's what our lead is. Now it's 5. Dowdy hits a pair of foul shots, 4:31 to go. Feel like I've seen this movie before as that lead shrinks a little bit. Jamal Johnson comes into the contest for the Tigers. Transfer from Memphis. Redshirt sophomore, 6'4" guard. 52-47, Georgia. We've got the ball. Edwards has it, flashes out top of the key. Straightaway 3 off the rim, no good. Rebound. There's Williams again, another one. Jalen Williams, a 6'7" freshman, doing a job on the glass for Auburn. McCormick drives, running left-handed lay-in, won't go. Around the rim and out. Rebound to the Dogs. Edwards down the middle of the floor, into the paint. Floater, good! Rattled it home. He got about 3 feet away and let it fly out of the right hand. He's got 15 in the contest. Georgia's lead 54-47 with 3:50 to go. Dogs trying to pull the upset on 13th ranked Auburn, but still too much time remaining. Tigers with the ball. Pass to the left wing, tipped out by Georgia, deflected. Dogs got a hand on it. Ball went out of bounds into the Tigers bench, and we'll get into a timeout with 3:42 to play.
Oh, we got to hang on.
Indeed we do. You hang on with us. 54-47, Dogs over the Tigers here on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Final 3:42.
Tigers will have the ball. They'll inbound front court to our left. Near sideline in front of their bench. Dowdy with the ball. 3-pointer. Deep 3. Good. Right of the circle. Kind of up high on the right wing. And Dowdy with a big shot. His biggest of the ball game, as a matter of fact. And that gets him into double figures with 10. His first 3 of the night. Makes it 54-50. Dogs lead is 4. We need to answer here with 3:20 to go. Hammonds has it between the circles. Rayshawn has 4 fouls. To his left to Kamara, back to Ray. Puts it on the floor with a right hand, drives under the basket. Leans in for the layup, and is fouled by Jalen Williams, who got one of those big, massive hands on the top of the basketball, but also fouled him on the play.
Well, he's saying, Joe Lindsey's saying he fouled him with a body. I was going to say there's no way, because he had the ball clean. You could see that from here. But he fouled him with a body.
Ray to the free throw line. Clock stops, 3:11 to go. Hammonds with a dozen points in the contest. Left-handed free throw is good. Ray 1 for 2 from the line tonight. He's got 12 points, 7 rebounds, and he's playing with 4 fouls. We've got Peak at the scorers table waiting to come in. Ray can't make the second foul shot. Kamara got the rebound. The putback is blocked and then taken away out of the air by Harris. Dogs keep the possession alive. Wheeler's got it high on the right wing. 3 minutes to go. 10 on the shot clock. 2:58, 2:57. Wheeler dribbles above the arc. Kills the dribble, finds Harris in the corner, shot fake, steps inside the arc for a 2, misses it at the shot clock buzzer. Sounds off at Stegman Coliseum. It hit the rim right at the end of the run on the clock. We couldn't beat the clock. Auburn got the ball. And Williams with a terrible 3, pushed it up high off the glass. Long rebound saved by Auburn. They couldn't save it a second time, though. It was going out of bounds on the near side, and they throw it into Georgia. Dogs have the ball. Wheeler walks to the near side, now back the other way. 2:24, clock continues to tick. We're up 5, 55-50. Wheeler to the near side, underhands it softly to Edwards. He finds a spot on the floor. It drains! A 25-footer! 3-ball, Anthony Edwards, 58-50 Georgia. Auburn, a quick 3 to answer. Won't go, off the rim by Cambridge. Rebound, Hammonds. Ray, one dribble, whips it to his left to Wheeler, feeds Edwards on the full sprint to Harris along the baseline. We throw it 40 feet back to half court, and Sevier holds it. Clock at 4:40.
Screaming for a charge under here. You were wondering when he was going to lose it? How about 1:40 to play?
You can't hear anything in this building. Less than 100 seconds to go. Edwards misses a 3 off the rim. Rebound knocked out of bounds by Hammonds. I think it'll be Tigers basketball. 1:36 on the clock. 58-50 Georgia trying to upset the Tigers and end a 4-game losing streak.
We got a timeout.
Officials are going to review the play. 1:36 to go. They send both fighters to their corners, and then they take a look at the Williams from Nahunta, Georgia, inbounds the basketball. He's done a nice job on the glass for Auburn here in the second half. McCormick with the basketball being chased by the Dogs defense. Edwards after it now on the left wing. McCormick trying to drive, almost lost the handle. Jump pass through the lane, gets it over to Dowdy. Dowdy works on the right wing. Step back, deep 3, no good. Back iron, rebound. Wheeler at the top of the key, racing and reaching for that rebound.
Georgia's defense was so good there, it made them spend all kinds of time before they even got a bad shot up.
McCormick, Chuck, reaching for the ball, handled by Wheeler, fouls him at half court. That's 8 team fouls. It's 1-1 now for the Dogs. 1:11 to go. Clock stopped, and Sevier Wheeler, the 5'10 freshman from Houston, at the free throw line for Georgia. Quickly pushes it up, misses it off the rim. Rebound to Cambridge for the Tigers. Auburn attacks quickly. 1:06 to play. 1:05. Dowdy stumbling, shoots an awkward shot on the block, misses. Offensive rebound and put back. Dowdy on the other side. He ended up getting the miss and put it back from the left side of the iron, and we foul it. He's going to the line for an N1. Foul was on Peak.
The mistake you didn't want to make, but we had Ray over on the bench trying to protect him in case they did make a comeback, and they were able to get that rebound underneath and put it back up in, draw the foul.
Bruce Pearl called this a must-win if Auburn wants to stay alive in the SEC championship race. Right now, his team is down 5. Dowdy completes the three-point play, hits the free throw. We inbound, they foul Kamara immediately. That's not the guy we wanted to have the basketball in this situation. Tumani, just a 56% free throw shooter.
Well, he knocked down his last 2 and made them look pretty easy, so let's hope he keeps that going.
Cross your fingers for Kamara, the freshman, who has 5 points in the ball game, 3 for 4 from the line tonight. Hammonds comes out, Peak back in. 58-53, Dogs slim 5-point lead with 61 seconds to go. Kamara, left-handed free throw, rolls it in there good. He got a couple of kind home team bounces. He's hit 3, make it 4 in a row. He missed his first of the night, and now he's hit 4 straight. It's a 6-point Georgia lead, 59-53. Second free throw in the air. Oh, net! He cleaned up at the line.
Maybe that was the guy we wanted.
Bite my tongue, yes. 60-53. Oh, my goodness. McCormick's deep three swatted over the scores table by Anthony Edwards. Wow, that got the crowd on its feet. Those that weren't already standing certainly are now.
That had a little emphasis to it, didn't it?
Vicious block by Edwards. 7-point lead for the Dogs. Dowdy's three. Air ball. Rebound underneath Auburn. Dowdy to the right. McCormick misses the three. Auburn goes up, tries to dunk it on the follow. We get the rebound with Peak, and they kick it out of bounds under the basket. Dogs are going to have the possession.
Dogs going to have the win, Scott. Listen to this crowd.
60-53. Dogs with a 7-point lead. 38.9 to go. 10,000 plus, sensing an upset. Hammonds to throw it into Wheeler. Auburn goes for the steal, and they almost get it. Cambridge can't control it, falls out of bounds with the basketball. Dogs will have to inbound it this time. Georgia ball, 24 seconds to go. Hammonds looking for somebody to inbound it to, and they get it to Kamara. And Dowdy immediately fouls. We had Jordan Harris breaking open down far on the right end of the floor. If Hammonds had seen him, that was a long, probably about an 80, 85-foot baseball pass to get it to Jordan Harris, but he had broken free behind the Auburn defense.
Well, here's double bonus for Tamani here.
Kamara at the line. 5 for 6 from the stripe tonight. Free throw in the air, good. Tumani getting it done at the free throw line. All of his points in the second half at the foul line. 6 of 7. He's got 8 points and 8 rebounds tonight.
Make it 3 possessions right here.
He dips, he shoots,
3 possession
scores.
lead.
The left-handed freshman from Belgium knocks it down to make it 62-55. Auburn's got to go quickly. 18 seconds. Dowdy for 3, right corner. Won't go. Rebound tapped over to Wiley. He kicks it into the corner. It's out of bounds on the inline. Auburn threw it away. Wiley's claiming it was tipped by Georgia. Officials looks over the defender. Williams guarding the inbounds. He throws it under the basket to Kamara. Gets it to Wheeler. Who'd they foul? Did they foul Tumani or did they foul Severe? The foul is on Dowdy for Auburn. It's going to put Kamara back at the free throw line. Who would have thought Tumani was the guy to ice the game for Georgia?
At the line.
Coming into the day, 56% from the free throw line, but
he's been just
amping up his numbers tonight, Chuck. He's 7 of 8 from the foul line. 12.7 seconds remaining. Just 1 second ticked off the clock. Kamara free throw. That one rattles out. No good. Only his second miss tonight. Kamara needs one more to get to double figures. In the air. Free throw good. He's got 10. 63-55 Dogs. 12.7 to go. Auburn's pass intercepted by Kamara. They whack him in the face as he goes leaning for the rim. Tries to finger roll it in. He's going to go back to the line for 2 more shots.
He saw that coming. He just split the 2 Auburn players, picked it off, and then stretched out to lay it up, drew the foul. Great play.
He took a forearm right across the face, too. 11.1 to go. Tumani free throw. Good.
Bruce Pearl not happy. And do you know how sad I get when Bruce Pearl's not happy? How's this? Not at all.
A rare 2-game losing streak for Auburn on the way as soon as the Dogs close it out. Kamara adding nails. 65-55. 10-point lead with 11 to go. Entry pass tipped and stolen by the Dogs at half court. Kamara to Harris. That'll be it. We'll tick off the final 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Dogs have won it at Stegman Coliseum, upsetting 13th ranked Auburn 65-55.
Terrific win for these Dogs.
There's no real way to make the best of the worst. We are sentenced at birth unto a prison we still call the earth. Pre-adolescent mind records and stores all that they see, feel, and hear. The actions of adulthood at best are carried out in fear. Figure of neglect stands above the shape of innocence. It comes to insecurity. entitled to our cognizance.
B. And pass stolen by Leslie, all alone for some showtime. Oh, a reverse slam. A little windmill, Dominique.